Hey guys, and welcome to my final project where we're going to actually take a look at all the culminating work that's been put into my proposal and has ended me here with actually putting a pilot curriculum together, building an eportfolio, which I'm going to walk you through. It's been a pretty crazy journey, but I wanted to take a minute and just kind of analyze where we started and where we ended up and look at the key aspects and components from the ADL program and how they fall into my website. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and share my screen with you. Is my website that I captured via screen share, the Transition ePortfolio. I want to start by telling you a little bit about me. You'll see we'll click here and it has links that take you directly to the learning philosophy, the learning manifesto, and the growth mindset. You can also access those pages through this menu over here. But really, I kind of tried to organize this page in order of how the coursework was finished and completed, while also moving some things around and categorizing them where they started. You'll see that the whole thing started with just a simple innovation proposal, an idea, right? And that idea started with us writing a letter to a supervisor or stakeholder about an idea that we had, and mine was the transitional e-portfolio. Um, I will tell you that this process was full of highs and lows. From being able to really work out some of these documents like my learning manifesto and my learning philosophy. I think they were some of my favorite things to do. Some of the harder things for me were looking at like the literature reviews that we did, and some of the designing of the online learning. That was difficult, but I did find it interesting. And we're going to get to that. Um, as you take a look through here, I just want to go over one of the biggest aspects and biggest takeaways is probably COVA. I know if you look at this list of things over here, each of these links works and takes you to some of the things that we discussed. But when we really started talking about creating significant learning environments, one of the simple yet most impactful assignments that I completed was the "What's my why?" Looking at the why, the how, and the what, and why those things matter to our project. Really important. Some of the major takeaways that I took out of the ADL program were that we need to plan accordingly and pick a very specific goal to focus on. We don't want to overload our organization or our students with too much change at once. Change is a big thing. I will always remember Dr. H's example of removing the printers or copy machines from the institution he was newly hired at, and it didn't go over well with the staff. That can be seen here as we go through even creating the call to action. This was another difficult one because what I was doing was asking my coworkers to buy into my idea. Again, really also expanding them that the whole purpose of the transition e-portfolio was to give students choice, ownership, voice through this authentic experience of building and choosing artifacts related to their post-secondary education, employment, and independent living goals. So that was really exciting. If you go down here, I thought that this was a really cool semester that we took here, but we got to work with a partner in my group. I worked with Evan Dolan throughout most of the program, and then there were some other students that participated through our Facebook and Blackboard posts. But Evan was really my core partner, and he was focused on blended learning. And even with my focus on the ePortfolio, I thought things really worked well together. We actually just received word yesterday that our publication should be actually published. So we're waiting to hear the final word on that, but definitely check out this area where we go over the media project. This was a really exciting video to make, but it highlights some of the stuff we talked about in our publication. Another highlight and kind of where we ended up to take you to where we are right now is we were able to really design online learning. This was one of my favorite things. And if you watch these videos, it goes over the planning process, my thoughts about consistency with my curriculum, to actually going and building a real curriculum and implementing that curriculum with students. One of the things that I thought was was most exciting was if you click this, it takes you to my curriculum where we build a syllabus, um, course map. And if you come over here, we went into some detail you'll see here. So this was definitely a highlight that I would like you to check out. And then finally, feel free to check out my blog. That really contains some of my big ideas, updates on my innovation plan, where we are. I put a lot of time into this, and comments are enabled. So I'd love to hear from you and what you think about it. Finally, um, you know, the contribution to my learning community and the people that I worked with, all these documents go into depth with each semester of what we did and what we were looking at and how I built those blogs and some of the materials. Um, as always, feel free to use the search bar, check out the website. Any feedback you have is always welcome. And really, I can't speak enough for how important it is if you're looking to make change in your organization to provide those people with an option to choose, take ownership, demonstrate their voice, and do that through real authentic learning experiences that you create, whether it's professional development in an business organization or in a school or running a class of transition with high schoolers. Um, this has been an incredible process, and I've really enjoyed it. Take care. Check out my supporting documents below, and I look forward to any feedback you may have. Take care.